another way to look at it is there was a lack of baggage in a way. I mean, they were starting from scratch. There was an interesting question posed to Li Kai-fu, who is was the former Microsoft, Google executive, led Google in China, right? He's quite sort of well-known figure in the high-tech world. And the question was posed to him recently, and it was like, who's going to win the battle of AI, artificial intelligence, right? Is it going to be the US? Is it going to be China? And I think his answer was interesting. His answer was that he felt China was going to win, not necessarily because it had more talented people, more innovative, better systems. I mean, you could argue that the US has better systems, better methodologies, but there's just a much more dense, concentrated sort of population of people that can compete. And it's the competition, it's the drive, the competition, the energy. And so when you have more experiments happening, the result of those scientific experiments are going to lead you to success. And just by the sheer mass of what's happening in China, he believed that AI would eventually here surpass what's in the US, even though the methodologies arguably are better in the US.
I can see that. And I think in many ways, not necessarily pertaining to AI, but in many ways that's already happening.
Yeah. And it's not just AI. AI is just sort of one category.
Yeah.
It could be anything that we don't know what the future looks like.
Well, just think about the convenience of lifestyle here in Shanghai versus, even back in New York, right? It's...
So let me ask you this, Justin. What do you carry now when you leave the house? What do you have
like
in your
on my
pockets?
person?
Yeah. What do you have? Like, I know you used to have a man purse, but you kind of gotten rid of it.
I never had a man purse. What are you talking about?
Well, Howie, that was Howie, sorry.
That's me. No kidding.
So obviously I'll carry my keys, my phone, of course, a transit card.
Okay. So you're still kind of in the dark ages. That's weird. You don't use Apple Pay?
Let me answer this. I don't carry keys because I have the thumbprint to get into the
Okay,
house.
well,
Right.
I guess I'm still living in the dark ages because I use a key to open my fucking door. Okay, I'm sorry.
No subway card because I use the phone.
Yeah. How do you do that, by the way? Because people were telling me but I don't want to tie my transit card to my phone. Is it just through Alipay or how is it?
No, Apple Wallet.
Oh, you just do it on your phone?
Yeah.
No, because I'm doing it purposely. I like to have it separate.
Okay.
Right?
Why?
Because you have money on your transit card, and if I happen to lose my phone, I want to still be able to get around.
How often do you lose your phone?
Not that often. I don't really use my phone, but just in case. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Okay, but yeah, can I get away with just kind of just having my phone on me?
Yeah.
For months on end going out here? Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't carried cash in my wallet for about 5-6 months now.
You're way behind. It's been 2 years, buddy.
Yeah, you carry cash in a wallet? I only use my wallet.
I don't carry cash in 2 years.
There's only 2 reasons why I have a wallet. One is out of habit, because I grew up carrying a wallet. And 2 is just to kind of hold my credit cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's the only... I don't have any actual cash in my wallet, and I haven't for it. So you haven't had cash in a wallet for 2 years?
2 years. So this is what's interesting, right? So, because I get it. When we go out, when we actually leave the house in the morning, we're going to be gone for, let's say 10, 20 hours, or going on a business trip. You want to be prepared. So you may bring other things, right? But if I go out for a run, I know that I'm going to come back home in a couple of hours, right? And so when I go out for a run, I just bring my phone.
Yeah, me too.
And I know that on that run, if I need something, I'll be able to go into any convenience store anywhere, and I'll be able to just use my phone. I'll be able to use Alipay, Apple Wallet, whatever it is, and get anything that I need if I need it. So there's no sense of insecurity. Although I know that if I go out through the day, I might bring my wallet with ID and other types of things. But I think the true...
But that's not a case we're talking about bare essentials, right? What are the essentials on a day-to-day basis that you have to have?
Yeah.
Because the other periphery stuff changes. If you're going to a meeting, you need to bring a laptop. You're going to bring a laptop, right? But that's not
But
the
running in the morning is that litmus test of bare essentials.
Sure. And it's your phone.
That's right. So Roy Lee, You guys remember Roy?
Yeah.
Okay. So Roy was just in town. Okay. He's been out of China. You know, he lived here for quite a while. He came, you know, way back in the day. Right? He was here up until probably 8-9 years ago. And he came back, and you know, Roy was like more China than anyone, right? I mean, the guy, he was deeply embedded in society here. He's been living in SF. He's gotten a little soft, right? So he comes back. We're at a restaurant, and he's like, "Man, it's like really changed here, right?" And we go and we pay the bill, and all of a sudden we just use, you know, like contactless payment. We use our phones, Alipay, whatever. He literally looked at it, and he was like, I swear to God, I saw a farmer flash between my eyes.
Yeah, like he just saw a UFO, right?
What the hell? What happened?
Like he just saw alien technology right in front of his eyes.
Yeah, like literally, like he went back to the 1950s.
So he had no idea.
He had no idea, and it freaked him out.
What?
It totally freaked him out, and he was like, "Whoa!" And like there was like this sort of like level of discomfort, and it was just kind of like, "What?" You know? And there you go, right? So things have changed. They changed so quickly. But sort of like it's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
it is hard to keep up.
But in the States, I mean, they have Apple Pay and stuff.
But Apple Pay in the States is not nearly as widely used.
Yeah.
Like literally everybody
still
and
credit
every
card.
vendor here uses the
That's right.
phone.
No,
to
every
take
single
payment.
one.
That's right.
Every
No matter
single
how
one.
big or small, like literally.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Like I pay my utilities through the phone.
Every single one.
Every single thing you can possibly think of,
Yeah.
from buying movie tickets to your groceries to shopping at whatever store to buy clothes.
And it
right?
only takes like 2 clicks. So like it's this smartphone paradigm. It's the smartphone paradigm where you only have to do like 1 or 2 clicks, and it's the ubiquity of it, right? Like everything you do can be implemented in 5 seconds or less.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's shocking, that how seamless and consistent everything. It's not a one-off. It's not like I can do this easily, but everything else is difficult. It is that everything can be done through a
Everything's
single
integrated,
interface,
yeah.
which is actually, when you really think about it, it's not easy. I mean,
No.
you know, it's not just the technology; it's getting every place in China
Well, it's
to adopt the same technology.
Adaption. Yeah.
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 Adoption.
So I
It's
think
like
there's
crazy.
something about China, like in terms of this mix of command and capitalism, that has allowed it to move faster. Because in some ways in China, like people they don't have an option. When we say this needs to happen, we want to build a road here, it happens. So it's this perfect mix of like open-minded, but then also like I can implement everything simultaneously, and somebody can make that call. Whereas like if you were in India or in the U.S., there's no one that could make that singular call.
Yeah, it's like capitalism, but without the bureaucracy that you have to go
Yeah,
through.
that's a great
You know
way
what I
of
mean?
describing it.
So everything like kind of just gets done. Like once there's a mission to do it, it just gets done. There's very little red tape or this and that kind of holding away. There's you're not like debating over years to kind of like build a bridge or a highway where it just gets stuck there. Like it just gets done. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean it can be a little daunting and scary in a way at times, but you know, the growth and kind of success that we have the benefit of kind of getting here is really in a large part due to the fact that it's an authoritarian country that's capitalist all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you said, it's a very good combination of both.
What are the downsides?
Well, I feel like, I mean, people, let's say even in America or in the West, right? I mean, they'll hear us talk about this, and I'm pretty sure they'll automatically think about the negatives, right?
Yeah, they're like
Of like-
bullshit. They're
No,
like,
well, not
they're
even
like
the
your
bullshit.
internet censored. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
not even about that. Like, okay, so everyone's using Alipay and WeChat Pay, right? We use that for subways, for transportation, for buying food, from paying bills, everything. It's getting tracked, right? The company or the government has access to it. Where's your...
You have no privacy.
You have no privacy. It's obvious that WeChat's getting monitored. It's obvious, all that stuff, right? So that's going to be the Western argument. But like for us, we never talk about that kind of stuff because we don't really care, right?
exactly.
It's like,
because
why?
WeChat is getting monitored.
Yeah,
they are
but
these things
You know
are
that this
happening.
podcast is never going to actually make it on air. So we've spent all this time. We've spent the last 1 hour on something that's never going to actually be heard by anyone.
Yeah.